I'm curious to know what you're hearing about Harris and Trump these days. So please stop and think for a moment and tell me the most recent thing you've heard about Vice President Harris. And if you can remember where you heard it. Could be on social media, in the news, from people you know, anywhere. I'll call on you one at a time. Everybody got one? Okay. Noah.
It was on one of those commercial TV commercials, and it was about how she's a DA that just was a DA that just let criminals back out on the streets.
Okay, so it was an opposition ad.
Hmm.
Got it. Okay. John.
I guess like most recent thing I saw about her was this interview she did with a news reporter in I think Philadelphia. Was just talking about what she would do to like I guess help the economy.
Okay. Andrew?
I can't remember which news source it was from, but an article about the relationship between her and I'm gonna say her Guilfoyle, Donald Trump Jr.'s current wife and Gavin Newsom's ex-wife.
Okay. Samuel?
An opposition ad.
Okay. It was on TV or the internet, do you remember?
Yeah, it was on TV.
Okay. Jake?
Yeah, I heard that she's a communist from an opposition ad on the internet.
Okay. Joel?
I was listening to a podcast where two people go down and help migrants cross the border, and they were just talking about how more people are going to die due to the extreme weather that the border is facing.
What'd that have to do with Harris?
That like her policies in the next 4 years are going to keep conditions difficult for people crossing the border, and as weather gets more unpredictable and summers get hotter, more people are going to die.
Got it. Thank you. And William?
I probably got about 7 to 10 op-eds last night during the Monday Night Football game. I would say most were opposition ads. There were maybe one or two pro Kamala ads.
Okay. Got it. So since like four of you have seen, the last thing you've seen from Harris are ads against her. Okay. Got it. What's the most recent thing you've heard about former President Trump? And if you can remember, where did you hear it? Everybody got one? William, want to go first?
Yeah, I think it was today I saw a Reddit post. It was a video from either Instagram or TikTok talking about how he is using a lot of these podcast platforms to try to attract like younger men, especially like younger white men.
Okay. Joel?
Just a news article, I forget from what website, but it was suggested by Google, against Trump, talking about how his economic policies will only help the wealthy.
Okay. Andrew?
I honestly can't remember what the last thing I saw was about him.
Okay. Anything recent you've heard?
I mean, same old, same old. Yeah, nothing's really coming out clearly in my mind though.
Okay. Samuel?
Yeah, just another op-ad on TV. I haven't watched anything or seen anything yet today, but that's what it would have been.
An ad against Trump?
Yes.
Okay. Jake?
Yeah, probably a pro-Trump ad. I also did watch a podcast that he was on recently. The one I mentioned earlier, Lex Friedman podcast.
Okay. John?
It was a YouTube video talking about like big talking points during the debate.
Okay. And Noah?
Also an op-ed, probably back to back with the other op-ed.
Okay. Got it. So at least three of you have seen ads or in opposition to Trump. By a show of fingers, who sees posts regularly about Vice President Harris on social media? Posts about her on social media. Two of you. Would you say they're mostly positive or negative? William?
I feel like the social media I use the most is Reddit, and that has I would say, a pretty left-leaning bias. So I would say most of them are positive.
Okay. Samuel, what about you?
Yeah, just mostly just people's opinions or memes or news.
Are they positive or negative on balance, you think?
Um, but balanced.
They're balanced.
Yeah. You know, some are ads for her or posts about how she'd be good. Others are more critical. I do avoid stuff that is like actively like Trump. So
Got it.
it would be mixed.
Got it. By a show of fingers, who sees posts regularly about former President Trump on social media? 5 of you do. Show of fingers, who say they're mostly positive? Who say they're mostly negative? Who had a 5th finger up? One of you said you saw it. I'm missing one of you. 5 of you said you saw. Oh, Jake?
I think they're 50-50.
Okay. Got it. All right. So I'm curious to know what you've been hearing about Harris and Trump. So please think for a moment and tell me the most recent thing you've heard about Vice President Harris. And if you can remember where you heard it. Could be on social media, in the news, from people you know, anywhere. Calling you one at a time. So James Archie, I'll start with you since I have you with the phone in hand. What's the last thing you've heard about Harris? Remember anything recent that you heard?
I did. I think I heard that she was what did I hear? Well, I heard a lot that she's disingenuous and honest. I heard that.
She was what?
And not genuine and
Not
honest.
genuine.
Yes.
Remember where you heard that?
Social media.
Okay. Remember where in social media?
Maybe Twitter.
Twitter. Okay. Got it. Abram, what was the last thing you heard about Harris?
I heard she had a bad track record in her time as a prosecutor in San Francisco.
Where'd you hear it?
Instagram or Twitter, I think.
Brandon?
On Instagram, I saw a side-by-side compilation of her discussing her opinion on guns. And in one clip, she claimed to be a self-professed gun owner and was not going to take anyone's guns away. And then, of course, in the other clip, she said the exact opposite and, in fact, seemed to suggest that she would invite herself into your home, which violates the Constitution.
Okay. Greg?
The most, excuse me, most recent thing I saw was on Twitter, and it was just something about Kamala and Diddy, some of her tweets and some endorsements he gave her and stuff.
Okay. Derek, what about you?
Mine is I just saw on Twitter Tim Waltz was talking about how the country can't go through 4 more years of what we've been going through, which directly correlates to Harris.
Okay. Brett?
Do you just mean like a clip or a piece of audio or
anything that caught your attention?
Yeah, similarly I saw the walls. I think it was actually his wife was talking about turning the page, and it just was a really cringy video that kind of gave me weird vibes.
It was cringy. Why? Because she was criticizing the Biden administration? Is that what?
No, she was saying we need to turn the page, I believe, on Trump and say bye to Trump, and it was very odd to me. Yeah.
And this is Walls' wife, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam?
I think I saw like an article stating that she's a communist and some rumors spreading with different groups.
Okay. And Eric?
I just heard more so like about her campaigning in like Michigan and Wisconsin and like at certain businesses and such, just to like talk about the economy and how she's gonna help workers and middle class.
Okay. Was it done in a positive or negative way?
It was a positive way. It was over the radio, I believe.
Okay, got it. What's the most recent thing you've heard about former President Trump? And if you can remember, where did you hear it? Eric, do you have one for me?
The biggest one that stands out to me is just like the recent assassination attempt. I've heard a lot about that and just how it's kind of boosting Trump's campaign, um, and mainly like focused on Fox News. So.
Okay, Drake.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I think I saw earlier today on Twitter something about his assassination and I guess a note that the attempted shooter left behind or something.
Okay, Brandon.
I saw a clip of I believe it was the press secretary addressing the media, and I forget the reporter's name, the same guy that always pushes her buttons, asking in light of the recent assassination attempts, now two of them, when is the Democrats and that party going to stop referring to Trump with dangerous terms, of course, implying that they are inciting these assassination attempts, just as they like to label him and his dialogue as inciting things that usually turn out to be false. And I don't know if it was edited to mean this, but the video seemed to express that the press secretary moved to very quickly wrap up the conference and exit and did not directly answer the question.
Got it. Thank you. Derek.
Mine would be the most recent assassination attempt at the golf course.
And what did you hear?
Just I saw it on Twitter where the guy, I should say the Secret Service, found the gun in the bushes and they were able to apprehend him before anything happened.
Okay. Ebra?
I saw a video of him today, I think on Instagram, of him just shopping in a grocery store, just kind of talking about prices and talking to like normal everyday people.
Okay. Sam?
Thing I saw, it's just like a pressure building up in the article saying that, there's Kamala already accepted a second debate, which I don't think Trump has yet. So nothing official, but pressure on him.
Got it. Brett?
Yeah, similarly, I saw the grocery store video with Trump commenting on prices.
Okay. James?
I saw that the assassination attempt was staged.
Okay. The assassination attempt was what?
That people were saying that it was staged, like not real.
Oh, staged.
Yeah, staged.
Got it. Okay. By a show of fingers, who sees posts regularly about Vice President Harris on social media?
Define posts, organic posts or advertisements?
Organic posts. Who sees posts on social media about Harris? 5 of you do. Okay. The 5 of you, among the 5, who would say that most of those posts are positive? Show of fingers, who would say that they're negative? Among who sees them. So all of them are, okay, negative. By a show of fingers, who sees posts regularly about former President Trump on social media? Organic posts about Trump on social media. All 8 of you do. Show of fingers, of the 8 of you, how many of you would say that most of those are positive?
Most is a loaded word. I
More
don't
than
know.
half.
I guess, yeah.
For 7 of you. Okay.